exaggerating that. This is a really, really beautiful disc. The colors, the details, and the fact that it was shot on 35mm film helps it immensely. And the film grain on it is very, very pleasing. There isn't a huge amount because it was shot on color, and color film doesn't have as much grain as black and white film, but it is still there. And it's uniform, it's very pleasing, it's across the whole image. And of course the other thing that helps is that these new films are usually put straight into the computer, so there's no time for them to just sit around in a vault. The HDR on this disc brings out the colors so perfectly. It isn't just that it makes them natural, it just makes them pop in the right way. It's really, really wonderful. The details are spectacular, the shadows, because 4K does great things with shadows. It really shows how crisp and clear they are, provided the cinematography is really good. It literally is probably the best 4K Blu-ray I have. There are some I have that I haven't watched yet, because I tend to buy, and I think we all do, I tend to buy movies that I've already seen, and so I don't usually watch them right away after I buy them, like First Man or something else. We often buy movies that we've already seen. I do a lot of impulse buying of movies I haven't seen yet, but I tend to buy movies that I have seen and I know that I want. So I might watch those and it might turn out better, but I don't know. It's going to be hard pressed to find. This one is really, really well done. This first A Quiet Place movie is a really, really great movie. It's a great idea, a great concept, and it's very tense. It's not incredibly predictable, which I like. The second one may have been a little bit more predictable, but I think it was a very good sequel. It was a very good follow-up. It didn't explain everything. It kind of gave a hint as to what these creatures were. But there's one part near the end that I was not expecting at all, and it was a really, really pleasant surprise. Now, when I watched part 2, I watched it on Paramount Plus. I had to renew my subscription, actually, because I had gotten rid of it because I just wasn't watching it very much. And then I saw that it was available, and I'm like, oh, man. All right. So I have to renew it, and I'll probably keep it for a little while longer, but they've got some good stuff up there, but it's not really the greatest. I don't think it's fine. I don't think it's quite worth the price that they give, and the streaming quality is really not very good. This one, Quiet Place 2, was good. It was very, very good quality. There wasn't a whole lot of banding in the shadows, and it had a little bit of that, and I'm sure the disc would look a lot better, but it was pretty good. I think I'm going to buy it now that I've seen it, and I really liked it, and I didn't think it was certainly not a cheap, cheesy sequel. We still want to make a really good movie. Let me tell you about the first time I watched it here on the player anyway. I had to come back to it and watch the rest of it later because this is kind of funny, actually. Because when I got near to the end of the movie, I heard this alarm go off, and it was hard for me to realize what it was because it was in a spot that was perfect. It was an absolute perfect spot for an alarm to go off in the film. But it was really, really loud, so I was thinking to myself, wait, is that really on the movie? I don't know. And it took me a second. I don't know why. It shouldn't have, but I paused the movie and I found out that, oh, no, it's the fire alarm in the building is what it was. So I just paused it. I didn't turn it off. I just paused it, and then I left the building, and then we were out standing there for a while, and then I came back in and finished the rest of the movie, but the adventures of watching movies sometimes is kind of fun. So A Quiet Place on 4K is gorgeous and a must-have for your collection. Go and pick it up. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.